going to be a crooked night. Hello and welcome to the Old God's Meadery. Tonight we're going to be making some mead live. It's going to be a lot of fun. Oh, I hope you can't see that from right there. Okay, we're good. You're looking at stuff back there. I like it. I thought it was one of the ingredients for a second. It's not. We're good. Forgot my computer. Oh! I know I was going to forget something. Too late. We're starting. It's just too late. It's too late. I also think we're going to run into the problem. We're going to have to just look a little bit at the ceiling. I'm not going to be able to see the comments. It's the corks. It's the corks. We either have to go really low or really high. And I don't like either of them. I don't like either of them. But it's a temporary problem. It's a temporary problem for right now. Hold on. Let me see. I'm going to move you a little bit further away. No, it makes it worse. Makes it worse. We're just going to deal with it. We'll deal with it. It's only, 12 minutes. Not worried about it. Hello. Good evening and welcome to the Old God's Meadery. I am simulcasting on TikTok and YouTube right now. We're going to be starting a brand new patch of mead tonight from a TikTok subscriber suggestion. Thank you so much. I will, we'll get started in about 12 minutes. It's going to be a lot of fun. So if you're interested in making your own alcohol at home, I am going to start at 8:30. And it's going to take less than 10 minutes. I'm going to be able to show you everything it takes in less than 10 minutes. And then we'll let this batch just sit for a while. But yeah, we do this every Wednesday. Every Wednesday, I go live to show you some of the mead making process live. Tonight, we're starting a brand new batch from scratch. So stay tuned. We're going to get started in just over 10 minutes from right now. And then if you're new here, in addition to that, every single Saturday, I put out a brand new video that shows you from beginning to end how to make a brand new batch of mead. Two things about me. I don't miss Saturdays, and I don't replicate recipes. Every single one is brand new and unique. Batch 183 comes out this Saturday. That's 183 unique recipes so far. The recipes are always free in the description. I don't want anything but your love. That's all I'm saying. Just your love. So it is your Labor Day mead. I run mead in several different series right now, and that one falls under a holiday series. And it's your Labor Day mead. And it's going to be good. Maybe. You're going to have to wait and see. A Guardians of the Galaxy mead. I did a Star Wars mead. Galaxy related. And it turned out really beautiful. Really beautiful. Watch the live, but when you're done, look that up. I think you could just put a Guardians of the Galaxy label on the outside and you'd be happy with it. It's pretty cool. It looked like the Galaxy. I actually just did another one. So in that one was a edible glitter. And it looks really awesome. I just did another one. I've only done I think 3 or 4 of those out of those 180 some batches. I just did one this past Saturday. If you go back to the most recent video posted on Saturday, if you're on YouTube, it's the most recent video on my channel. If you're on the TikTok side, it's the last yellow color coded one on my page. It is this passion fruit mead I made in my Zodiac series for Virgos. I'm a Virgo, so I went all out on this one, and I'll show you. This is passion fruit. I use passion fruit puree, and it tastes pretty good. But look how beautiful this is. Look at that. Isn't that cool? You can make this yourself. It's so stupid easy. I showed you exactly how to make this one. Go watch that video. It's cool. It's cool. But the Star Wars one was very similar. It was dark, obviously. Almost black with diamond glitter as opposed to this gold one. Hello and welcome, welcome, welcome. Tap, 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 tap. You can only like one time on the YouTube side. You can like until you're fingers fall off on the TikTok side, and I appreciate that. That's what helps the algorithm and gets more people, out there. Welcome to the Old God's Meadery, where I make mead every single week, every single Saturday, brand new batch. Every single Wednesday, go live to show you stuff of the mead making process live. These Wednesday batches, which we're starting a brand new one of tonight, are sponsored by TikTok subscribers. So the way it works, I put a subscriber-only post on TikTok alone several days before these events. And then I pick my favorite suggestion out of the comment section there. And then that person will get tagged along the series of these videos. And I will ship them a bottle of it when it's all done on me as a thank you for subscribing to me on TikTok. It really does help out in the long run and take a little dent out of what I do. So if you're feeling very generous, don't forget to subscribe on TikTok. If you're on the YouTube side, if you really want to help me out, hit one of my playlists, go to sleep tonight. Let it run all night. I need watch hours on YouTube. Hello, hello. Yeah, the baked beans mead, it changed a lot of me. I'm not gonna lie, it changed a lot of me. Changed a lot. It's gross. So I just posted that one, I think yesterday or today, on my secondary channel. I'm catching up. I neglected it for a little while. I have an archive channel, if you didn't know. TikTok hates it. It just deems it as unoriginal because, you know, it's just slightly altered versions of the ones I put out. But I want a page for TikTok to go to see everything in one spot so you don't have to scroll forever. If you're on the YouTube side, I prefer all you guys follow me on both. You can actually go and just hit my playlist on YouTube. All of it's relatively organized and getting better every day. So, follow me on both. That's the short answer. Where did I get my shirt? Check out my link tree in my profile. Check out my link tree. I have lots of meat shirts. I would say the best meat shirts on the internet, even. It is. It's true. You have to be confident to sell stuff like that. Check it out. Hello and welcome to the Old God's Meadery. Tonight we're starting a brand new batch of mead live in about 6 minutes from now, 8:30 East Coast time. I'm going to be starting a brand new batch of mead, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. And this one's going to be a fun one. It's going to be a very fun one. The whole process will take less than 10 minutes, so stick around. We'll be done by 8:40. I'm going to stick around and have another cocktail with you afterwards because I want to see what you thought. But it's going to be a lot of fun. All of these Wednesday batches, like I said, are sponsored by TikTok subscribers. So if you don't follow me on TikTok, please do. If you don't follow me on YouTube, please do that too. But tonight's a TikTok subscriber. So, and I'm excited. I hope everybody jumps in. We're missing a couple of the key players, including my moderators. Both of them saying they'd be here tonight. Try and make me first batch. Yeah, keep trying. But if you have time, just watch. I'm going to show you how stupid easy it is. I think the biggest opportunity that we have as a mead community, and I hope this doesn't rub anybody the wrong way, there's a lot of variables. There's a lot of ways to make mead. There's a lot of right ways to make mead. There's a lot of people telling you you're doing it the wrong way. I think people fall into the trap, especially when they're first getting started, of overcomplicating the process and getting discouraged. I started this channel by committing to making the most simplistic fashion mead I can. I started that with a base recipe that I call my show mead or traditional mead. I use that recipe. I'm using that recipe tonight with some other ingredients added onto it. And a vast majority of the meads I make are that same recipe with other stuff added to it. I don't cold crash. I don't use chemicals. I don't use my hydrometer. I don't like weigh anything. I don't test anything. I literally throw stuff in a bucket and I trust the process. And I get mead every single week. I think you'll get encouraged to try it again if you have a few minutes to watch this process. Very easy. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then, once you get comfortable with like the basic stuff, the sky's the limit. There's guys out there, a couple of my mentors hate me because I don't use my hydrometer. There's people that use like lots of stuff, pH levels, acidity levels. It's all above my head. I'm not that smart. I just like to make alcohol in buckets. Hello and welcome to the Old God's Meader. If you're just jumping in, we're going to get started about 3 minutes from now. Good evening. And skull to you. It's going to be a fun one. This one's going to be a fun one. I'm anxious to tell you. I'm not going to until I'm going to rearrange camera in a couple minutes from now. Because the TikTok subscriber does not know that they've been chosen yet for this batch. So nobody knows what flavor we're doing tonight. Your meat always comes out bad. I can't believe that. It can't. Not always. Well, it depends on how much you make. If you say always, like you made one batch, it's possible. If you made like 5 batches, it can't always come out bad. It can't. And I guarantee you, I've made worse stuff. I will tell you momentarily. Momentarily. I'm going to tell everybody momentarily. It's going to be fun though. I do not have a shop. I am not licensed to sell commercially. However, I do the next best thing. I show you how I make every single batch. Every single Saturday I put out a video that shows you exactly how to do it yourself. And I always put the recipe free in the description. I literally don't want anything from you except for you to join this amazing community and ancient hobby and have a lot of fun. Views. I want your views. I want you to hit like on every video of mine that you see and other creators. It really does help out the algorithm. And yeah, on the YouTube side, watch lots of stuff. Watch lots of stuff. They count watch hours. So the longer you watch videos, the better. I specifically have a lot of... your dad's going to love my playlists. That was a good segue. Check out my playlist on YouTube. It has everything organized there. I also have some playlists on the TikTok side. They're a little bit more cumbersome. TikTok really wasn't designed for it. It's kind of afterthought. YouTube is very established. It's really easy to set up and maintain playlists over there. So check out my Mead. I'm going to go through my Mead categories real quick, and then we're going to get started for tonight. I run Mead in one of 4 categories right now. Last week was in your Zodiac series Mead. I made a Virgo Mead, which is the best Zodiac sign out there. This is your passion fruit mead, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I cheated a little bit, but it's beautiful. I also do a Will It Mead series. That's where I take ingredients that I don't think will make a mead, and I try to make a mead out of them. That's been disastrous. The one that made my stomach hurt the most, and there's been a few, was the bugs one that came out last week. Before that, this is your bugs mead. Yes, it's bugs. I bought some bugs from Thailand, and I made a mead out of them. And the mead doesn't taste bad. Psychologically, I can't put it in my mouth. I did. There's a video of me doing it. So go check that out. I also do a world deity series, which I'm having a lot of fun with. That's where I study a god outside of the Norse culture. I already did a Norse god series, so I'm studying cultures from all around the world, learning and trying to make a mead I think would honor that world deity. That's a lot of fun. And lastly, my holiday series, which has been the longest running series so far. It's been a tremendous amount of fun. That's coming this Saturday. We're returning to that because there's not a lot of holidays in summer. We did 4th of July was the last one. We're almost in September. So stay tuned for your Labor Day mead. Comes out this Saturday. It's batch 183. All the recipes are free in the description, so go take a look. skull. All right, let's get started. It looks like the moderator finally waddled in. That's good. If you need anything, ask Dennis, my good buddy. We're going to get started. Like I said, the whole process will take less than 10 minutes. Stick around. I'm going to say goodbye. That's because I'm saying goodbye to the video recorded people that are watching it tomorrow for future you watching the video. For you, that's you now, current you, stay there after I say goodbye. I'm going to move the camera a little bit closer back to where it is now. And I want to have one more cocktail. I want to see what you thought. I want to congratulate the person that suggested this mead. They will be getting a bottle of it when it's all said and done. But yeah, stay tuned. So I'm gonna clip video or portions of this video out. So I'm gonna say goodbye. That's for future you watching it. Guys, ready? Let's do it. We're gonna make a brand new batch of mead tonight. First, we're gonna argue over if we're level or not, and you, whoever picked this, should know by now what we're doing. But I'll explain here in 1 second. Once I get confirmation that we're kind of level. We're kind of level. All right. I mean, just one last check, and then we're gonna get started. Okay, it's good enough. You guys ready? One last skull. Hello and welcome to the Old God's Meadery. Tonight, very special night. We're starting a brand new batch of mead suggested by TikTok subscriber Jen. And I'm going to be honest with you, Jen, no idea what this is. No idea. She suggested New England Harvest Pie flavored mead. And then she listed the ingredients. And there's 7. There's 7. I got 6 of them. I don't even remember. There's some root or something I couldn't find. I looked for it. I couldn't find it. But so we're going to get started. This is your New England Harvest Mead that we're going to make tonight. It's going to be awesome. I don't even know what to expect, but let's get started. Before you do anything, 2 things I did off camera. Everything else you're going to see live right now. 1, I measured out 3 pounds of honey in this bucket. It's just time consuming. It takes a little while to kind of measure it out, and it's boring. So I did that freehand. Also, everything that you're going to see tonight that touches the mead, and then anything that touches the mead in future processes has to be sanitized. So everything you see has been sanitized so far. So we're going to get started here. This is 3 pounds of honey, like I said. I'm going to go ahead and add about half a gallon of water to it. A little bit less. And the purpose of this is I'm going to turn this stovetop on here momentarily. And we're going to slightly warm that honey. The purpose is twofold. 1, we're going to dissolve it into our water there, because that makes everything mix well. But secondly, it gives the yeast a really great environment to kind of get a head start, nice and warm. So you want to be careful. You don't ever want to get anything above what your yeast temperature tolerance is, and most of those are in the 70s. So you want to get into like the 80s here. Maybe low 90s, because we're going to be mixing it with some other stuff. It'll cool down pretty quickly. But yeah, the purpose is to dissolve the honey. It's the main purpose. So while we're getting that going, we got a lot of work to do. In fact, there's 8 ingredients. There's 8 ingredients. Some root I couldn't find, and then the 7 I have here. So I don't even know where to get started. The cranberry is not upside down on accident. Whoever did it labeled it upside down. So this is cranberry juice. So if you're writing the recipe down, and I hope somebody does, hopefully Scott Waddle's in here too. Yeah, it's a can of cranberry sauce. I brought a rescue spoon just in case, because I knew this was going to happen. Yep. That's the stuff Grandma gave you on Thanksgiving. We'll put a can of that in there. I'm just kidding. I hope she didn't do that. We also have, this is a can of fried apples. It's fried apples. The reason why I'm doing this one is apples are one of the ingredients in this New England Harvest Pie. Apples do not translate well. I've made some really good sizers, is what that means called, with apple juice. And I wanted to go that route, and I changed my mind. So we're using some sliced fried apples because they're soft. They should be delicious. Just trust the process. And a can of pears. Again, I wanted to use pears. There's no pears in the grocery store right now, so we got a can of pears. It's fine. I'm putting the juice in and all. It's all kind of natural stuff. So we got 3 bags here. This is 14 ounces of sliced strawberries, frozen, defrosted, and brought back up to room temperature. We'll give this a stir while we're going in between. Same thing, except the blueberries. It's going to be beautiful. I could see why you would make a pie with this. It's like, what do we have left over that's going to go rotten in a couple weeks? Is that the theory behind it? And cherries. Cherries. I hope we have enough room in this bucket. I will tell you, Jen, and everybody watching, this is by far the most ingredients I've ever used. I did a 5-spice mead inspired by China a long time ago. This one is 7 ingredients on top of my regular recipe. Cinnamon sticks. We're going to do a couple. Let's do 2. Let's do 2. I don't know. I don't have any idea. I don't have any idea. I don't even know what color this is going to turn out. I have no idea. I have no idea. I feel like I've used a vast majority of these ingredients individually before. Never, ever chaotic like this. I love the idea. I love it. That's why we're doing it. So go ahead and add your other half gallon of water to your bucket. Hopefully there's room for everything. I don't know. Trust the process. So I think the biggest component to being successful in mead making is you have to have fun. You have to have fun, because then even if it's accidental, you put love into it. You put love into it. So yeah, we're just about dissolved here. You can tell if you pull that spoon up if it is still honey or if it's like water honey. So we're gonna unplug that and combine the two. This is going to be the kind of batch that you want to watch. It's probably likely this guy's going to be popping out of the airlock tomorrow because it's going to be so excited. So we're almost there. We're going to add in about 2.5 grams of yeast, which is about half one of these packets. You'll see a lot of mead makers put the whole packet in. It's not going to hurt anything. The yeast will have, I think, plenty of room to kind of multiply and get going in there. Half teaspoon of yeast nutrient. Add that in. That just kind of makes everything happy and gets it going. All right, seal her up. This fermenting lid we're putting on here. You notice that little hole in there. Good enough. All right, we're gonna make sure that that seal's nice and tight. Put your thumb over. Should have been sanitized. You should. That's just a life rule, not necessarily mead making. Put it over the hole and give it a good shake. You'll know right about now if you have any major leaks. All right, we're gonna shake. 3-piece airlock. I prefer these. I think they're far superior over the S-shaped airlocks you see in most brewing. You just put that little cap over the straw, fill this about halfway full of water, and that's it. We're done. In a few weeks, we're going to be live again on a Wednesday, racking this batch of mead. I'm already anxious to see what color this is going to turn out. It's chaos. It's chaos. I love New England. I love Boston. I've been to Rhode Island a few times. Connecticut, best pizza in the world. Chaos. This is chaos. I don't know what you guys are thinking, but we did it. So yeah, thank you so much. Keep an eye out. Every Wednesday I go live to show you different stuff of the mead making process live. In a few weeks we'll be racking this batch, and in a few months we will be bottling this batch. So stay tuned. You want to see the whole process. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me. Jen, thank you so much for this amazing idea. I love it. I love chaos. Thank you. I'll see you guys all next time. If you're live right now, stay tuned. If you're watching the replay, come back next Wednesday. Let's go. Oh, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I felt like I knew New England pretty well. I felt before tonight. I was like, yeah, those are my peoples. They're my peoples. I love me a Connecticut roll, New Haven pizza, Rhode Island, lobster. Rhode Island is basically a suburb of Boston, for those that don't know. This is chaos. Absolute chaos. Epic chaos. And yeah, I love it. I think this is going to be absolutely amazing. It's going to be amazing. So, hopefully it is fantastic. I'm moving you guys just a tad so I can see better. Yeah. I don't know. Chaos. Chaos. The pizza mead was... That was just bad. Bad. All right, I got to try to catch up on comments. Richard Terry's hello. He's here. Say hello. Yeah, it's going to be good. So where'd I get the buckets? These buckets, you can order them on Amazon. There's lots of kits out there too. I would stray you away from kits, especially if you're just starting out. This is from a brewing company though, called Homebrew Ohio. They have their own website. You can also buy their stuff on Amazon. They make almost every brewing supply you will need. In fact, most of the stuff I own is from that company. Minus bottles are usually from a place called North Mountain Brewery. Both of them have fantastic websites though, and both of them sell on Amazon. So if you check their website and Amazon, sometimes you get a better deal one or the other. Yeah, I don't use blowout tubes. Nope. Nope. Those are for fancy people. Those are for hydrometer people. Magic stick people. Not me. Mm-mm. I let it blow. I let it blow. I let nature take over, and then I deal with it. That's what a mead maker should be. I don't prepare for things to go wrong. I deal with them going wrong. It's definitely gonna blow. It's definitely gonna blow. Definitely gonna blow. It is. There's a lot of stuff in here, and a lot of sugars. I actually have. It's funny. I don't think I've ever even told anybody this. I have an emergency tub. It's kind of like one of those under the bed, like Tupperware, like the older school ones. I invested in that. Well, I had one, and I started using it for emergency batches like this for two reasons. It was right around when I did that watermelon mead, because that one went nuts and made a big mess everywhere. Hey, thank you. Thank you so much. And then I had a couple bottle bombs. So that's where, if you don't know mead making, that's where your cork hits the ceiling and it makes a big mess everywhere. So I started putting stuff it's stuff I was worried about. I would put it in that bin for a couple weeks while I was monitoring like the fermentation process. This one's definitely going to go over there. Just in case. Just in case. So I've been working on just a traditional batch of mead on these lives. And it's almost ready to bottle. I will be bottling that within the next couple weeks. And then I will pin a video on TikTok of the entire process live. So the video will be like 25 minutes long, but you'll see that entire process with zero editing from beginning to end, how to make a batch of mead. That's right around the corner. I'm ahead of you. I will definitely video it. I mean, it's. I have enough experience now. Like this one's not going to blow like a cork. What it will do, probably by tomorrow morning, the mead will come out the airlock and start leaking out the airlock first, and then it'll just pop one of the sides off just when the pressure gets high enough. I don't even think it'll like overflow the bucket. It might. I don't know. It will definitely overflow the airlock though. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. It's gonna be crazy. Yeah. Cool, dark place. That's where it's gonna go. It's gonna go over there in the corner and just do its thing. So over the next couple of weeks, this yeast will multiply, eat sugars. When yeast eats sugars, it does two things. It produces carbon dioxide, which will leak out the airlock and into our atmosphere, and alcohol, which will retain in that bucket. Typically, there's a lot of variables depending on what yeast you're using, but typically the more sugars in there, the drier mead you're going to get, as long as that yeast does not hit its alcohol tolerance. And I'm just speaking in primary cases at this point. You can also, back sweeten or add things in your secondary. I don't do any of that either. But you could. You should. I don't. I have a reputation to uphold at this point. I can't even go backwards. I do have a fun thing. It's not really related, but I am going to switch up stuff a little bit next year. The tail end of next year, though. Like May-ish next year. I actually forgot my computer tonight. I usually have my computer. I already have next year's schedule pretty nailed down. I'm still like plugging in some holes, but it's pretty nailed down. How long do I post condition? You're going to have to rephrase that question. Depends what condition you're talking about. I mean, caramel apple. I did a caramel apple, and it's one of my favorite meads. Definitely in the top 10. Easy in the top 10. I will leave it in here for a few weeks, usually 3 to 4, depending on the variables. And then I rack it. I don't ever sample it. Like, that's more of like when you're doing hydrometers and stuff, I feel. I like to be surprised at the end. I'm also on a really rigid routine schedule because I use, these batches to make content out of. This one will sit for likely 3 to 4 months. It could go up to 6 months. It's got to depend on clarification. My prediction, and it's a complete guesstimate because I've never worked with this amount of chaos at one time. Somewhere between 3 and 6 months. It's a wide range. And then I'm got to bottle it on a live, and then the first time I'll taste it is on that live when I'm bottling it. What's up, Scotty? Good to see you. I appreciate the hearts. A ton. Your guys' fingers must hurt. Look. That's amazing. I love you guys. I'm going to see some of you. Like, just under 2 weeks from now. And it's going to be a blast. Hello, if you just jumped in, welcome to the Old Gods Meadery. Thank you for joining us tonight. You just missed it. We just started a brand new batch of mead. New England Harvest Pie mead. It's a lot. That's a lot. I don't even remember what went in it. A lot of stuff. Cherries, blueberries, strawberries, apples, peaches, cranberry, and cinnamon. The most ingredients I've ever put in one mead before. Don't worry. I'm going to be going south. No, pizza. I'll be bringing you guys some pizza mead. Scott has, I think, my last bottle of it. I know Dennis has his version, which, don't tell Dennis, equally as bad. It's gross. Now, I'm going to have enough gross meads. If you're talking about meads, tell Ian no. No, just bring an empty stomach. That's all I want you guys to bring. Bring an empty stomach. I'll fill it with meads. Oh, New Haven pizza. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, please. I went up there last year, and I was driving through. I was going to Rhode Island, and New Haven, Little Italy. There's like two places famous for the pizza. Whatever the closest one to the highway, it's the one we went to, and it was perfect timing because we got there and it was a little bit of a wait, and they were like setting up barriers on the outside, and I'm like, that's weird. There's not that many people here. We got a seat within probably like 15 minutes. By the time I came out, there was like 100 people outside waiting in these like barriers that they set up on the side of the street. It was amazing. Denver, Colorado. Hello. Good evening. Kiwi apricot has been primary since June 7th. Yeah. I mean, I would have racked that by now. June 7th, I would have racked it by now. I don't have... I'm trying to remember why. I did an apricot. I like fried them. It had to have been one of like the country and culture ones. I'm sorry if I'm missing. There's a lot going on. Hopefully Dennis is catching them if I miss them. Who are we talking about? Whose videos do we like? Oh, the Barstool guy. Dave Portolini. I don't know. I know you guys. Yeah. His pizza reviews are right up like his taste of pizza. He's a little bit meaner or more honest. I don't know. But like his style of stuff I typically have aligned with. But yeah, he's right. Like New Haven is also his favorite pizza. It's been my favorite too. When I say favorite, tied. It's my favorite when what I call like traditional style pizza, where it's like it's a circle, it's relatively flat, not thin crust flat, not like but just a pizza. What I would just call a pizza. I love Chicago style pizza though, but I've only had good Chicago style pizza in Chicago, so it's one of those things. It's one of those things. And well, I'm glad you're all right. I'm glad you're all right now. But I get it. I get it. I'm assuming you're all right now. Richard, we all miss you on the TikTok side. I'm chatting with Richard Terry. I think everybody else already said hello to you anyway, but they're all going to say it again now that I mentioned your name again. They all miss you. They all miss you. You just need to get back in the TikTok and then get into the Mead Avenue. Stay away from the politics. Hello, long time no see. Yep, they all miss you. Everybody's still there. They all miss you. Ooh. Dennis said you have to bite your tongue, though. It's... I don't think he's coming back, guy. He said he was nice last time, and he still got banned in 3 days. So. Hello, if you're just jumping in, welcome to the Old Gods Meeting. We're reminiscing of the good old days. I do not sell online. No, I apologize. I do the next best thing, though. I show you exactly how I make it, and every single recipe is free. I always put them in the description of my videos every single Saturday. And yeah, those Saturday videos are instructional videos. From beginning to end, I show you the whole entire process. Everything from starting in these buckets to bottling and labeling and tasting it. So one day, that's our goal here, is to open a meadery with my Mead mentors and, you know, bring the old gods back once and for all. I do make, you know, custom meads for TikTok subscribers. It costs you a little bit of money. It's my soliciting. But it does help me put a dent into all of this ingredients. Jen has me way in the negative for this batch. But every time I start a batch on these Wednesday lives, they go to TikTok subscribers. I'll put a post out several days before asking for awesome suggestions for flavors. I will pick one of the comments out of that subscriber-only post, and I will make a mead, and I will, in honor of their name, this one is to Jen, who's here in the comments now, so she'll get tagged in the videos when I repost these. I will also bottle this up and ship her a bottle of it on me when it's all said and done. So there's a way to get some mead just by loving. What flavors do I have? So I make a brand new batch every single Saturday. They rotate in a few different categories right now. Batch 183 comes out this Saturday. It's your Labor Day mead. The batches are the flavors themselves are always a secret until that video comes out on Saturday. But you have 182 batches to go back and look at. If that answers your question. I don't miss Saturdays, and I don't replicate recipes. Every single one is brand new and unique. So that's 182 unique recipes I've done so far. It's like Baskin Robbins on methamphetamine. It is a lot to watch, and if you're gonna commit to watching all of them, go to YouTube. You can start my playlist. I need watch hours over there anyway. Same name, Old Gods Meadery, or you can just type in Mead Dummy. I come up under both. This is fun. I had so much fun. Like, I was at the grocery store yesterday. As soon as Jen mentioned this one, I was like, "That's it. I don't care what anybody else says. That's the one we're doing." Because how fun is that? How fun is that? But I recognized immediately I wasn't going to need to order anything. So I was like, I'll just go to the grocery store the day before, because you have to let the frozen stuff defrost. And I had a basket, and I was kind of laughing to myself, I was going snaking up and down the aisles. I didn't buy anything for anything else. I only bought the ingredients for tonight. And I was on my way to the register after I'd finished my shopping. I was like, this is a really heavy basket. It's a really heavy basket. It's got 3 cans. It's got 3 bags. It's got some cinnamon little thing. I was like, Jen's crazy. There's no other explanation. I don't know. It's exciting. I can't wait. I can't wait. I was thinking, I don't even know what color. I don't even know what color it's going to be. No idea. No idea. It's been a long time since I started mead. Like, when I was making the onion mead, I was like, this is going to be disgusting. There's no way this cannot be disgusting. There's no way. Baked bean mead, I was pretty sure. I was pretty confident this is going to be disgusting. I don't see a way around it. The bugs mead, when they're dehydrated, you're like, oh, that's so gross. And then when you rehydrate them, you're like, I can't drink that. I knew it was going to be disgusting. This, I have no idea. I have no idea. No idea what's going to happen. I don't know what color it's going to be. I don't know what it's going to smell like. I have no idea. No idea. It's going to be crazy. The Nirvana one I don't talk about because that got me banned from Facebook for child pornography. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that. I probably shouldn't say it. I'll get my lives banned. She does break her fingers, so yeah, it's definitely worth it. I'm very excited. Like I said, I chose this. I fell in love with the idea immediately. It's chaos. It's just chaos. Yeah. For those of you who don't know, I did a pop culture series, which there is I think I removed the playlist on TikTok, but there's still a pop culture playlist on YouTube. I did a Mead inspired by the band Nirvana. Their most famous album is Nevermind. It is a cover. It's blue. It's probably the most recognizable album cover of all time. It's got a baby underwater in a swimming pool, naked, right? Probably one of the most recognizable album covers of all time. You could see it with no words on it and go, that's Nirvana. A vast majority of people, even if you don't like Nirvana, you'd be like, that's Nirvana. When I was doing their Mead, I was like, what? How can I even make this Nirvana? Like, you go through those initial steps as like a creative person like me. I'm not anywhere as good as I say I'm. But I was like, I don't know, what does Nirvana eat? That was my first train of thought. That's a dead end road. Leads to nowhere. What do they drink? They were on massive drugs. They probably didn't drink at all. I don't know if they did. I don't know. You can't find anything on it. So I was like, all right, I'm going to be inspired by their art. I am going to replicate that album cover in a Mead. So I was like, I'm going to make a blue Mead. I'm going to buy a little toy baby. I'm going to pop it in there, snap a picture. It's going to be hysterical, right? I did that. I used blue Powerade, 0 sugar blue Powerade. It turned green in the fermentation process. It turned green. So it looks like swamp water. It still came out okay. It's not a bad mead. It came out okay. Got a little baby, little toy baby, threw it in this glass. Snapped a picture. And then I was like, nobody's going to know what that is. It's a baby in green, like swamp water. So I did one of those like editing things where like I crisscrossed the picture. I put half the actual Nirvana album on and then half my picture. So you could be like, oh, I see what he's trying to do there. Facebook immediately banned me for the naked baby. I was spreading pornography apparently. So, yep, that's the story. Why I'm not on Facebook. I'm actually back now. That was a while ago. But yeah, I get no momentum. None. I don't, shadow banning or what. And I never put a lot of energy into Facebook anyway. It's for old people like Dennis and Scott. I don't know. But made me mad at the time. That's my life story. That's all I got. But yeah, you can still see, you can find it on TikTok and YouTube still. It's live and I was going to say thriving. It's not thriving. It's up there though. It's, like I said, pretty decent mead. They just didn't like my sense of humor around it. I don't know. It is what it is. Anyway, we're going to start wrapping it up. Thank you so much, guys, for allowing me to change time. This time worked much better for me, by the way. Hopefully it works better for you. So 8:30 next Wednesday is what I'm going to be aiming for. I'm going to be honest. We're probably going to be starting another batch. So stay tuned. I will give you guys another heads up if that's the case before, because I'll likely put out a TikTok subscriber only post out this probably Saturday. So keep an eye out if you're a subscriber. There is no limits to it. Jen, if you come up with another great one, I'll pick you again. I don't care. I promise I just pick my favorite ones. I try not to even look at the names when I'm looking through it. Yeah, if you have any great ideas, start thinking of them. And if you're not a subscriber, please think about doing it. It does help me out. I appreciate your support for all those that already are. And yeah, Jen, I'm gonna be sending you some more mead, but I'm gonna give you some in a couple weeks. Join us. It's too late to buy tickets unless you scalp them. We will be at the Maryland Renaissance Festival for Mead Fest year number 2. We're gonna all go hang out, have a good time, maybe make some new friends. I think we might be doing some drinking beforehand. We haven't worked the details out, but we will definitely be doing it after the Renaissance Festival. So if you're local to Maryland or close, we'll likely be in the Arundel Mills area of Maryland. If you're from Maryland, you know exactly where that is. I'm going to be bringing a lot of mead. I think there's got to be some others bringing a lot of mead as well. We're going to have a lot of mead. And I want to go home with 0 of it. So the more people that show up, the better. Shoot me a direct message if you need anything at all on TikTok or any questions about that stuff. I am in Maryland. Yes. I think that's it. I mean, yeah, maybe. We could raffle it. I think that's it, though. Half Sack's here. Where have you been? Right when I'm saying goodbye, you jump in after it's been gone for like 10 years. I haven't talked to you in like 10 years. 10 years. And of course, Scott's not here. Half Sack, shoot me a direct message, please. Shoot me a direct message. Good to see you, though. I'm saying goodnight. That's all I have. So, yeah, more to come. But, yeah, keep an eye out. Subscribe. If you haven't already, subscribe, please. And keep an eye out for that subscriber-only post this weekend. This Saturday, about 7 a.m., I will be putting out your Labor Day mead. Labor Day mead. So, stay tuned. It's going to be a lot of fun. Good night. Skull, guys. Thank you so much for letting me be here.